To the John Mendola Show here in WILK, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. We continue in the conversation. The Carbondale area Chargerettes live in studio with us, and great to, of course, welcome them in here on the show, and great to be here this afternoon. Coming up, a lot of good stuff going on here in northeastern Pennsylvania. There's some games this afternoon, that is. Holy Cross, of course, going to play Susquehanna Forest City. So, Dunmore, and we'll get all that good stuff going on today in the Lackawanna League here in northeastern Pennsylvania. So thank you so much for joining us as we welcome in the Carbondale Chargerettes here on the John Mendola Show. It's 10:28 in the morning. The Western Wayne Wildcat Wrestling team will also be live in studio with us today as well. Well, let's welcome in the Carbondale area Chargerettes, and, of course, Coach Reckless not able to be with us this morning, but Coach Totsky is here, the assistant coach. And Dan, welcome in, and we appreciate you coming down with the ladies today.
Thank you very much, John. Thanks for having us on.
Big victory the other day against Riverside. The girls shot the lights out, and it was one of those games that were pretty streaky, big lead. Riverside fights all the way back, but boy, your Chargerettes there wouldn't go away.
Yeah, we've always had a great games against Riverside, whether it's home or away. It just almost came down to the last. Whoever shot the ball last was going to win that game. The way the points were going on the board, but our girls really shot unbelievable. We've been waiting for that all year. We've been struggling a little bit with our shooting, and we really came out on fire during that game. And
of course, there's a young lady named Anna Totsky. You may know her.
Yeah, I've seen her around.
Tell us a little bit about the type of player that she is. She's got a little bit of fire when she plays.
Yeah, she probably has that because of me. I get a little emotional and excited out there myself, but just competitive, I guess, the family is. So she, she's one of our leaders here, and she keeps everybody on track and keeps everybody trying to get open, and is a great team leader for us.
Now talk about her energy out there on the court. She seems like it's endless for her. She really brings the energy.
Yeah, she, the intangibles that you don't see in the paper. The 20 points a game. You don't see the rebounds, the offensive rebounds, the steals. There's been several games here. She's had multiple assists, 9 assists, 7, 8 rebounds, offensive rebounds, 5 steals, 5 or 6, and that's really gets us going there and helps the other girls to get freed open, and it's just a great asset to have on a team.
And of course, you always want a little bit more, whether you're a parent or a coach. You're saying, listen, you're doing 12 things right, but boy, if you could just do this one thing. How do those conversations go?
Yeah, that's the tough part. I guess we're perfectionists here, or I am, and she could do 9 things right, and she does the one thing wrong. I get fired up a little bit, but I probably do that with all of them here because we've been together with this group since 2nd and 3rd grade at the Carbondale YMCA playing. So it's been a long time with these girls. They're like our family.
All right, let's welcome in Anna Totsky here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. And Anna, let's talk about this group of young ladies at Carbondale area. And it seems like a nice group, and looks like you're having some fun out there on the court.
Yeah, we're all very close, great friends. We've been together for forever. We have a lot of fun together. It's just a good year, good team this year.
How about as far as the camaraderie on the court? You say off the court stuff goes, and usually that stuff kind of goes hand in hand. But when people are knocking down shots, there's a nice variety of young ladies the other day that played well there for the Chargerettes.
Yeah, we have a solid 5, and we even have a solid 3 on the bench that come in and really give us a spark. Everyone has their days. Everyone always brings 100%, and it's just a good team wins we have.
Well, McKenna Walsh is one of those girls that played well the other night. What's it like playing with McKenna and having fun with her, Anna, and watching her kind of run around and knocking down shots or driving to the basket?
Yeah, she's awesome. She's my best friend. She fires me up a lot, always knocking down shots, big shots, and she always is our, fires us up.
All right, well, everybody needs somebody to kind of get you going, and it happens to be McKenna. For you, Anna, let's talk about the different activities you're involved with at Carbondale area other than basketball.
I also play softball, and I played volleyball for 2 years, and I'm involved in many clubs in the school.
It sounds like you're well-rounded as far as the future endeavors for you. What are you thinking about doing next?
I want to pursue a degree in nursing. I'm not sure where, though, yet.
All right, so you still got some irons in the fire for that, but there's still some work to be done on the basketball court here in the second half of the season. So after that win, what are you expecting here in the next couple of weeks there for the Chargerettes?
Well, we're hoping to get a couple more wins, maybe get Mid-Valley, Riverside again, maybe get one off Holy Cross, and hopefully get a good seed in the playoffs to win a couple games.
All right. Well, we wish you well in your future endeavors, and thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. Anna Totsky there from the Carbondale area Chargerettes. Let's get back to assistant coach Dan Totsky. And Dan, we heard Anna describe a little bit about McKenna, and let's see if things are much different from your perspective with her. And what's McKenna like out there?
No, McKenna's she's the one that could really shoot the ball. She's a natural. She's a right-handed person, but she dribbles with that left hand where she comes up in one movement to where her shot is just one of the best ones, I think, in the area. And when she's on, and there's nobody better that could shoot the three or shoot any kind of shot. So it's nice to have an offensive threat like that in the lineup. And Anna and a couple of the other girls, Amelia and the Artone sisters here, get her that ball, and she gets us going, and then that frees up the other girls. So this team is really a team. We've had a couple girls that were maybe a little bit more of a stars on the team, but this team is more of a team to where they all contribute. And when McKenna starts going, some of the other girls start going. So she's a big asset to us.
Well, let's welcome in McKenna Walsh here on the John Mendola Show this morning. And McKenna, big shooting the other night. It wasn't just you. Everybody seemed to be knocking down the shots. But what a good game the other day and a win on the road.
Yeah, we did play really good. We were waiting for that game where we could all shoot, and every single one of us was shooting good. And I don't know, we
put a lot of work in. Let's talk about that work shooting. I'm sure you put some hours in, whether it's in a backyard or a gym or whatever, or at the park, that you're able to kind of get that shot down and nail down some of those threes.
Yeah, my dad always helped me shoot in, and my sister was a really good shooter too, so she was always helping me, and I guess it paid off in the long run.
How about some of the players around you there on the court? Talk about whether they're starters or contributors or you as a senior seeing these girls and saying, hey, we got to get a little bit better. Let's continue to have some success here at Carbondale area over the years.
Yeah, well, Amelia is a really good shooter too, and if she makes a couple, she helps me out because I'll start making them when she does. And a couple younger girls give us some fire off the bench, and Emily Wall is really fast, so she starts up the whole defense, and Christina Caracciolo is really aggressive too, so she helps us out.
Yeah, the Wall girl is an underclassman, but you're right, she does bring some speed, and she could play some defense. She could match up against some of the speedier players on the other team.
Yeah, she could. She gets a lot of steals for us, which helps us with fast breaks and some easy layups, so that's always a good thing.
How about Coach Reckless? I know he's not here today, but what are some things that him and Coach Totsky are kind of always preaching in practice that you need to do?
They always preach to talk. We have some problems with that, but we work on it. And they preach a lot of defense because they know that if we're shooting good, then we'll have no problem on offense. But defense is a big thing, and just being a team.
And you are a senior, so those future endeavors are just 6 months away or so. So have you kind of nailed that down a little bit, given it some thought?
Yeah, I'm still deciding, but I think I'm gonna go to Westchester to major in business management.
All right. Any sports at that next level?
I don't know yet. I don't think so.
All right. Well, hey, Westchester's a great place to be, and we wish you the best there in your future endeavors, okay?
Thank you.
All right. McKenna Walsh, a very good senior for the Carbondale area Chargerettes. We'll continue. We have a few more girls we're going to talk with this morning. Of course, continuing the conversation online at John Mendola Show on Twitter, or follow us the johnmendolashow.com during the week. Of course, some stories every single day. We try to give you a story, an interview of a local athlete or a coach to kind of keep it going each and every day, all the positive stories here in northeastern Pennsylvania. It's 10:38 in the morning. We still have the Western Wayne wrestling team. A couple of guys are going to be live in studio with us shortly. We'll get to the Carbondale area Chargerettes coming up still as well. Let's head out now to our local State Farm Insurance agent, Fred Forte break. Like a good neighbor, Fred Forte is there. We'll be back here on WILK. Mendola show here on WILK, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers, 10:41 in the morning. Continuing that conversation with the Carbondale area Chargerettes and the Western Wayne wrestling team coming in here shortly on the show, and we'll get to those guys coming up. But let's continue that conversation as Dan Totsky is in studio, the assistant coach with us. And Dan, let's talk a little bit about these next few girls, and tell us a little bit about Alex Artona and what she does for you out there on the court.
Well, Alex is a senior. That helps out a ton. She very instinctive player on the court. She moves around. Always in position to get a rebound, get an extra shot for us. So she's probably our most instinctive player on the basketball court.
All right, let's welcome in Alex Artone here on the show. And Alex, what kind of fun you having with this group of young ladies right now this season?
They're all my friends. We've been together for so long. We just have fun. And
well, that's what it's all about, having some fun. As far as defensively, let's talk about your role defensively. What does Coach ask you to do?
he tells me to stay down low and follow where I'm supposed to go.
And what's it like watching girls like Anna and McKenna and Amelia kind of run around the court a lot because they seem to be running around and knocking down some shots for you?
It gets us all pumped up so that everyone else could do better, that we keep making shots.
And as far as you're a senior, about 6 months from now you're going to graduate. Do you have a plan yet as far as what's next for you?
I want to go to the University of Pittsburgh, but I have no clue what I want to major in yet.
All right. Well, it sounds like a pretty good goal, though, to head out to Pittsburgh. It's a big school. But we wish you the best, okay?
Thanks.
All right. Alex Artone here on the John Mendola Show. And, Coach, let's get over to Marisa Artone, who's also a member of this team. Tell us about her role and what she does.
Well, Marisa is really our only big girl. So at Carbondale, it doesn't seem we've had any really tall girls over the last several years. So Marisa has to play that role, and she does a very good job with it. She's very long, and when she's focused there, she's a great asset inside. She does a lot of blocking. She can go to the hole and get those extra shots. She has a very, very nice shot, great foul shooter, and she's focused in there. She's tough as anybody in the league, so she's another great asset to have in there.
Got ice in her veins, I think, on that free throw line, right?
Yeah, our whole team this year are shooting. I think we have 3 or 4 girls over 70%, and Marisa's definitely over that as one of the girls over 70.
All right, let's welcome in Marisa Artone here on the show. And Marisa, let's talk about the big win against Riverside the other day. What went well for your team?
They were just hitting a lot of shots, and we haven't been hitting a lot of shots the last couple of games. And everything they shot pretty much went in.
Yeah, it's always good when people are knocking down shots. How about your role with some of the players, and you try to, I'm sure, be a leader with some of the younger players coming into the program? What are some things you try to do to maybe help some of these girls out and say, hey, this is what it's like, or this is what you need to do?
Well, lots of the younger girls just get down on themselves sometimes. And you just got to tell them it's all good.
There you go. You got to try to pick them up. We don't want to see anybody do that. And whether you're a junior or a senior in one of the programs, and it doesn't matter what the sport is, just trying to bring everybody along so that tradition can continue. How about for you, the future endeavors? You're a senior, so tell us about what's next for you.
Kind of clueless. I kind of want to go to West Virginia for forensics, but
all right. Well, sounds like a big goal. So we got one Artone wants to go to Pittsburgh, and the other one wants to go to West Virginia. So go west, it looks like is going to be the theme, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we wish you well. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, let's get back over. We have one more young lady to talk about, Amelia Zazera. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, I call her mill dog out there. She's a little spitfire, so she gets us going here. She's one of our point guards here that really gets this team moving here. She could get to the basket. She's a good shooter here, and she's a great spark plug to get this team on our winning track right now.
Amelia Zazera, welcome into the show here on the John Mendola Show. And, boy, you got a lot of energy out there on the court. Talk about moving around and trying to get open.
Yeah, I just try my best to get open. I don't want to just stand and watch everybody else. So I try to open up other people and get shots for myself.
A lot of times you're dribbling around and trying to find that open person as well. Where do you get that energy from?
I don't know. I don't do much other than basketball. So when I go out there, I just give it my all.
Yeah, well, you're constantly moving, that's for sure, and really got an element of quickness to you. How do you try to use that to your advantage when you're out there on the court?
Well, usually I try to beat girls one-on-one to the basket, try to drive or get open looks for other players. And fast breaks, I just try to go down the court.
Tell us about Anna and McKenna knocking down some of those shots the other day.
Yeah, that really gets me pumped up when everybody else is shooting really well, and then I just try to get them the ball, try to have the best team that we can.
And as far as some of the practices, pretty challenging. Talk about what it's like to play under Coach Reckless and Coach Totsky.
Well, they're great coaches. They're really tough on us sometimes, but that's what you need as a coach. And they really get us pumped up. They really want us to do the best we can, and I think it helps us a lot.
And any other activities or things you're involved with there at Carbondale area?
I play volleyball, and I'm in a lot of school clubs.
All right, well, keep staying busy and keep up the hard work, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Amelia Zazera from the Carbondale area Chargerettes here on the John Mendola Show. Coach Totsky and everybody want to thank the ladies for coming in. We're going to switch things up and head over to Western Wayne Wrestling. When we come back, let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Garth Estat break. Like a good neighbor, Garth Estat is there. We'll be back in WILK.